Welcome back to the shop. My name is Mark, and this is the Betsy Ross Jeep project. We are back at it today. We are going to try to get these axles underneath the Jeep, maybe get it sitting on wheels again. Let's see. It's time to put this thing back together. Yesterday I went ahead and I pulled the front axle back out of the front, and I pulled the axle out of the donor, and I did a little Craigslist rebuild on it. They're looking all fancy and spancy now. So with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and slap some springs and shocks and all that stuff in there. So come along and let's see how much we can get done. Pretty good selection of leaf spring bolts and control arm bolts. These are from different part outs and different parts and from the toner. I think I'm going to throw them all in the blast cabinet and get all the rust off of them, and then pick the 4 best for the rear, and then pick the best for the rear springs. I'm having a little bit of an issue where my blast cabinet is not quite picking up media very well. It's probably because it's out there in the elements and probably got moisture in it. But there's something weird with the cable. The hose is getting kinked. But so I got the 6 least pitted ones here. Those will put in the back. Actually, I probably really only need 4. Those are for the frame side, and then these 2 will go for the. I think those are for the. At any rate, these are the best bolts, and I'm gonna wire brush off the areas that the blast cabinet didn't get very well, and start putting. When I was younger, I probably would have done like this and just thrown a grade 8 bolt in there from the hardware store. But as you can see, there's sometimes our washers and spacers required to find the right one, and I have also found that the grade 8 hardware from today sometimes is not as good as the factory hardware. And I say not as good. It might be strong. It's actually probably stronger, or at least as strong. But it corrodes more. I don't know what finish or type of metal this is, but it's less likely to become a rusted on gumble of crap than this. Marginally less likely. This is a little bit of a controversial subject, I would assume. I'm going to put anti-seize on the shank of that bolt, because I do not want it getting locked up in that bushing. I don't really want it on the threads, but I do want it on the shank. Hopefully that helps prevent rust. Look pretty rough. Let's see if they'll clean up better than that. Alright, well that's drying. I'm gonna move on to the front. I had a moment of panic. I thought I had a good set of factory isolators, but I had two that were junk. And a little bit more digging around in the bins, and I have two that are good still. Moving on to the front. Soapy water. Hopefully you help me. Let's bump stop home. Soapy water does the trick. It's just me, Moose. It's okay. Come on, soap water bag. There we go. Alright. And that is why you should always keep a bottle of soapy water with a hole poking the lid hanging around your shop. So I got this U-bolt kit from Rusty's Rough Country. I don't like them. Well, I like the U-bolts. They're okay. I think they're low-grade steel, what we need. But the washers that come in the kit are really thin. And I've seen these washers deform over time and loosen up the bolts. And the holes are elongated. The washers can kind of deform. So what I like to do, if I can, is I like to use the factory ones. So what I did, the factory ones, and I'll show you, watch. The factory ones are quite a bit thicker. So I like to take the factory ones and spray them and reuse them. It's weird, but I do it. Alright, well that's where I got today. Sunday is pretty much over. I need to stop and go do dad stuff. I don't know if I'm going to end off this video here or not, because I don't know what this week looks like. This may be all we can accomplish, and it wasn't very much. I did get the front axle hung. I got the rear axle hung. I am missing 2 nuts for my U-bolts. The kit came with 6 threaded nylon lock nuts, so I need 2 more, and there's some size fine thread that I don't have. So that is where I'm going to call it. Probably for tonight, definitely for tonight, probably for tomorrow as well. Maybe tomorrow I can get there and get it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for stopping out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle, and I hope you guys come back again and watch the next episode of trying to get this Jeep back together for my daughter. It is so great to see stuff going back on it, parts going back in. It's getting a lift kit. It's getting some good parts in it, and it's not going to be long now, and we will be out on the trails. So thanks a lot for stopping. We will see you on the next one. Alright, I've been to the store. They had some locking nuts, but not the nylon kind, so throw them on there. Hope they work. Okay, we got the rear axle installed, front bump stops installed, front axle installed, shocks front and rear, ZJ steering drag link, rear bump stops, fab something, rear brake lines, order brake stuff. Didn't get any of that stuff done, but we'll have to come back to that. What are you doing there? You still here because you didn't hit the subscribe button? Yeah, you should hit the subscribe button.